Okay, here we go, Gigi. Are you ready to go live? Oh, hello. Good morning. Hello, hello, everyone. It's London time and exactly 2 o'clock. Exactly 2 o'clock. Oh, and we've got the trumpeter hornbill saying hello as well. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I just realized it's already Thursday because I always know Thursday is when I'm starting looking at the weekly ranges again, and I'm like, oh, it's already. It's just crazy how fast these weeks go. I can't. Every week it seems to go faster. But anyway, enough about that. How is it going, my friends? Crazy, crazy how fast. Oh, I think I have to close the curtains already. Um, okay, let me go to my tab here. Wow, we have so much. So yesterday was an interesting day. I had a little bit of a sloppy morning to start with, but then I had an awesome trade afterwards. Okay, Gigi, no, go there. Um, so I no, go, Gigi. And I thought maybe after the 10-year bond auction price would change a little bit, but it did not really do. It still had good moves, but they're limited, and you have to have more patience on days like this. So that's something that I just noticed. It doesn't really change after 1 o'clock. It still had a move, but you just have to wait a little bit longer and market on close. Like a lot of the times, you get a nice move in the last macros of the day. So, yeah, so patience pays always. But yeah, you can see if you look here on the 1 hourly, right? You can see here we've just been we take a high and then we sort of like stay in a range for a big part of the day, right? We did it with from Tuesday to Monday and again here. So hey Mareth, how are you doing? So the question is, are we going to make a new low today, or are we going to go higher in this range again? I mean, we've been pretty bullish in Asia. Look at Asia going. Wow, it's a pretty awesome move. Who took Asia? Anyone traded Asia? It's quite a large move again. Asia low here, Asia high here. So that, let me see how many points that is. I have to close the curtains. I hate that. I hate to be out of the light. I don't like it. Ooh, look at that. 300, oh, almost 400 points in Asia. 430 points. Wow. That's a large Asian. That's a large Asian range. 400 points. Ranges are getting larger and larger. So people that are, feel FOMO because they missed a move. I don't know if you can tell that ranges are just getting larger overall. You know, moves are, even though if we stay in a range, the range, it doesn't really matter if we have a range day because ranges are 1600 points. So we can stay in Friday's range for a couple of days. We don't care, but it's still, it can still give large moves. So, yeah, there's still many opportunities. So, and ranges are getting larger. So I would definitely say, bring down risk a little bit, because if it doesn't go in your favor, it goes the other way. You want to be just, make sure that you don't lose too much money. Yeah. Like, when you just do one micro, for example, and you have 30 risk points, that's just $60. But you can still frame a trade with 30 points risk. That is, if you, it might sound harsh what I say, but if you can't frame a trade with 30-point risk, you shouldn't be trading. It doesn't mean it always have to be 30 points, but there has to be, you have to be able to find some trades with 30 points risk. But and then if you have 2 hours, already $120, right? Do that twice a day, you've got 240, $250. I mean, hey Green Globe, how are you doing? Hey Richard, hello, hello. So I did have I have a breakthrough yesterday. I had almost 300-point trades. Richard, did you see my trade? You know the box that I drew? We didn't go to that low, in forehand, but we went after that, after we touched that high. So that's why I could take that trade to the downside because it was sort of like was still in that range. I had a little bit sloppy morning, and then afterwards I came back from a break. I was a little bit upset. I was like really like, "Ugh, why is it not doing anything I want?" And I'm just not getting the cleanness that I want. And then I came back from a break, and then I saw oh, okay, let me clear my head. And I had my first 12-hour trade, 294 points, first time. So that was pretty awesome after a very slow. I actually wasn't planning to trade because of the. But Richard, do you know? I know you have noticed that same. If you want to try, if you feel like okay, this is the move, and it doesn't work, it happens later on, right? A lot of the times, it's just sort of like delayed. So I just want to say, if people have like a thesis and it's just not working, a lot of the times is you might be correct, but there might be one stage in between. Um, so yeah, so don't get upset if your trade doesn't work out because a lot of the times you are right, but just not the timing yet, and just keep track of that. Um, yeah, it was very I was very happy with it, but after such a bad, I didn't have a good, well, it wasn't really bad in money wise, but the execution was sloppy. I was behind. I missed the opening the trade. You know how it feels. And I took a break, and I was like, I'll come back after in the afternoon. And then I came back to the room, and I was looking, and I was like, oh, and we still had that data low from 8:30, and there was a gap when we 8:30 opened. There was a little gap, and things lined up, and I was like, okay, here we go. But anyway, um yesterday's yesterday, today's today. What do you Let's do a poll, because I'm just looking at this and I'm like, okay. I'm just not sure yet, because I think we go lower, but we took out the liquidity here, right? But we still have this could be the breakaway, but on the other hand, I'm like, yeah. mm, I'm gonna do a poll with you guys because I'm a little bit. I can see us being held down here again, like bearish order blocks, but we have a news driver again, so we could easily push through them. So I would say bearish, but I feel like maybe it's just too easy. So I'm gonna do a poll with you guys. It's Thursday. Let's focus on London for now, and then I would love to hear your opinions, what you think about the overall day. What time is it? 2:08. Yeah, let's do up to London Open. Um, so up to 3 a.m. Eastern. Because many things can happen, right? Because that's why we need to keep it. Because you can be bullish or bearish, but maybe we get a manipulation move or something. Up to 3 a.m. Eastern, London Open. Um, bullish, bearish. You guys know the drill. Accumulation. Hey, Lucky Mon, how are you? Oh, Lucky Mon. Oh gosh, guys, I have a follow up on the rooster thing. It was not a nice thing. So this old man, he called me, right? And I called him back, and I was very empathetic with him, and I felt sorry. I literally said it on stream. So what happened yesterday? My landlord, he was sending text messages around. Yes, my tenant Iris, she is in big. She is very. Let me read it. It was very. I was in big stress, and I was. Oh my! And I was reading it, and I'm like, what? What the hell is happening here? So he was sending messages around just for me because he thought that I was in so much stress because of that rooster. that he was asking help from neighbors if they heard it, and I was like, so I read it, and I was like, hey Jeremy, it's not, yeah, it's me, but I'm not in stress, I'm just helping Paul, he's the one who had issues. So and then he started sending me messages like with that the old man sent to my landlord about me. So what he was trying to put me, like I was the one who was initiating this whole situation. And I'm like, no, this is not true. I didn't say that. I was just helping him, and I'm being empathetic because I know how it is. And I got really upset. I called that old man yesterday. I said, listen, I'm willing to help you, but don't spread lies about me. I I know, and I had to call him. I said, listen, no, 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 no. You called me, and I'm willing to help you, but don't go around spreading it like I am the one who has so much issues. You are the one, and I'm willing to help you, but now I'm going to take my hands off, and you can do it yourself. I was so upset with that old man. Just literally spreading lies about me and making it sound like I was the one, driving his case. Crazy people, eh? Yeah, and I'm like, come on, dude. So I said, no, I'm not going to help you anymore now. I'm done. Yeah. So that is. How are you doing, Lucky Mon, with your? No, it's okay. I mean, I listen. I am so happy, and I told my landlord as well. Listen, everything is going well. My YouTube channel is doing exactly the way it's doing. Business is going well. Trading is going well. If I would have any issues that would impact my life, you would know from me directly. I would talk to you. I would talk to the rental agent. You guys would know. So please, I'm doing very well. My trading is going exceptionally well. My YouTube channel is going well. I'm just focusing on what makes me happy and what is going well. And life is good. Everything is going well. Yes, I hear that rooster far away because it's in front of me, but not like in the back. So don't worry. I just turn on, I do stuff. It's okay. But I just told the old man if he needs a signature from me, if we have to ban roosters, I will be there. But I am not in any restraint or in any mental dangerous situation like I was being portrayed. It was really crazy. He was literally saying that I was like really going mental and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm doing well. If he would be on my stream every morning, you would know. So anyway, that is the rooster story. These rooster stories, they're just so annoying. But anyway, Lucky Sam, Lucky Mon, how are you? Are you already, have you sorted that rooster? Is he already chicken soup? Fucking roosters, they're causing so much trouble all the time without even, they don't even know. They're just being themselves. But anyway, yeah. Um, okay, so if we do spike up, again, I'm not interested. You guys can see why. I am interested in level. I can see maybe we can touch 811-ish, 830-ish. Oh, come on. My neighbor explained that the rooster and three chickens are helping them with anxiety. Are you? No, that is bullshit. But they did say they would give me free eggs. Come on, you get a dog for that, or cat, or but a chicken for anxiety, a rooster that causes neighborly, that keeps the whole neighbor awake. That is ridiculous. It's by law not. I'm sure in California, if you're in a residential area, it's not allowed. So I would not take that. Um, yeah, who cares if the chickens are more relaxed? The rooster keeps everyone awake at 3 a.m. in the morning. You have children that have to go to school. Listen, if you're on a farm, it's okay, but it's in a residential area. Come on, what's wrong with people? And roosters, what I heard, just also rapes those chickens. They're not always relaxed. Roosters are very aggressive sometimes. But anyway, enough about the stupid roosters. But yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Lucky Man, don't take that. If you can't sleep from it, don't take that bullshit. Anti-rooster team. Oh, and I love animals, guys. I actually love animals, but I I don't like it. I don't like that one thing anymore. I can't help it. But anyway, enough. Okay, guys, let's see the poll. I want to see the poll. Oh, I need a rooster because I've got anxiety. Yeah. You're giving your neighbors anxiety. I think he has more problems to deal with at some point because people are going to kill him at some point. Okay, let's see. Yeah, bullish up to 814, 830-ish. Let's see if it wants to spike up. Um, Bullish 25%, bearish 50%. Hey, company man Carl, PO3 going into distribution now. I don't on the 4 hour I can't see distribution because of the order block here. Um, I can see just a spike up, but not. I mean, yeah, it's a distribution, but not the. I think not the one that I want. I guess. Yeah, I can see what Richard is seeing the AMD, right? You see AM and then the distribution here. That's what you are seeing. I see what you see, but I'm just looking at the 4 hour here. ES could looks like it wants to spike a little bit as well, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm not gonna engage yet. 218. Um, yeah, I think there's too many hurdles. End dog, open here, wick here. Let's see if it wants to make another low before it goes higher. Let's see. 150, 2.5 here. $2.17. We're in a blue box. Hey, Road Futures, how are you doing? I want to pull back into this 3-minute FUG on 1 hourly, both M&Q and ES straight into 1 hour fair value gap. Yes. This looks almost like an immediate rebalance, right? I don't trust this range for to really. I can see it will expand at some point. Again, the question is when will it do it, right? Um, okay, EQ. Okay, we finalized this now. Let's see if it wants to go below midnight or not. Now I'm interested maybe, but let's see. 224. Um, below my blue box. Don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna give it a go. Mm. Okay. I want to see my level again. I want to see my levels. 815 max. I'm gonna lower it to 815 here. I don't like that it's just, like yesterday we had the same situation. It took a long time and then it goes back and forth for a while. This is just a paper trade, by the way. It's my first trade of the day. Um, because why did I enter? Because we went into the, we went below 2 o'clock. We went back up into it and we filled this little gap here. But if it goes lower, I just don't like this, how it's again behaving at Asia high. And we've got a devil's mark here as well on the one. Let me see if I can find a breaker or something. I mean, we did retest the breaker here. So I think it should be okay, but if not, it's just time distortion again. Hey Lance, how are you doing? Yeah, we've got news today, CPI though, yeah. 8:30 news drivers, so I mean, yeah, news I mean, news drivers can still make nice moves. We had a time that news didn't do much, right? It was just only tweets. But I think yesterday news driver was pretty nice though. I didn't play it the way I should have, but it was a bit of a bummer. But yeah, no, definitely news will be taken into consideration on my end. Definitely. We could dig deeper into this breaker at 2:30. I'll be stopped out. That's okay. We left sort of equal lows here, right? So yeah, it's a red folder news, correct? Oh, ES looks a little bit. Look how ES now looks. That looks. I'm not too confident in this trade. I would not take this in my on any account for now. Just a paper trade. I think I'm going to be stopped out though. I think it's going to go lower at 230. I wouldn't be surprised if it wicks back down, then up. Something like that. Let's see. Maybe we go all the way back to this red line. That would suck. I'm going to be stopped out. Yeah, I think I'm going to be stopped out. Back to 30%. It's okay. Do whatever you want to do. Okay. I'll get my piece of the pie later on, NQ, my friend. I still love you. I will still love you. I will yell at you and I will scold you and I will call you names. But you can take me out. Yeah, road futures. I think that's. I'm already know. I'm gonna be taken out. It's okay. Paper trade. That's why I love paper trading. I'm already like, okay, I got in. I felt uncomfortable. I'm gonna journal this. I wasn't already sure. I feel the FOMO a little bit, and it already, when I put the paper trade on, it's sort of like, but I already said, "Ugh, I just don't feel comfortable. I want to wait." And the way it's moving, it's just not how I like it. And if I don't like how it moves, I should stay out. I think it's gonna go lower now. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna go all the way back here, in here. Yeah. Oh no, we don't have to go here. This could be it. Let's see. Let's see if it wants to spike from here. What do you guys think? 232. Yeah, she's got a lot of feistiness. She's a feisty one. But we love NQ. We love NQ, no matter what. Keeps us on our toes, right? Keeps us on our toes. Yeah, when I look at the higher time frame, I think there's only one way, and that's up, right? That's how I would see it. But I just don't trust how it's moving. I'm like, yeah, you should go up because everything is sort of like we don't have any imbalances on the 1 hour. Um, but it doesn't work that way anymore. It doesn't work that way anymore. Um, this is already sorted, but we're still going lower. We can go into this wick and just time distortion again all over. Manipulation, the FU algo is on. Um, yeah, it's too obvious, right? So they don't want us to bank on anything. Oh, yeah, you just love someone, just regard, it's just true love. I mean, you don't get like, we all have our mood swings, but we don't, one mood swing doesn't define a thing. So we don't, and that's true love. You accept it as it is, right? True love, definition of true love. We have a saying in Dutch. We have these little, Richard, help me out here. Those tegeltjes. Liefde is. And uh, and it is like the Delft's pottery thing. And it's very funny. It's like love is, and then you have these quotes. And I guess we can make one for NQ. Oh, well, Lance, just make one thing clear. I'm talking about NQ, right? My true love is with NQ. I sort of love you guys as a chat as well, as a whole. But definitely there's some love too. But I guess that's a little bit of a different love, just to make it clear. But yeah, no one will beat NQ. It is a shared, it's a shared thing. And I guess my partner will have to say, well, love is accepting that my partner loves NQ more than she loves me. I guess that's his. That's going to be his cue. But it's a different love, though. It's a little bit different. Yeah, yeah, Lance, we all love you too. You know that. Yeah, I just had to. But I think the love that I'm expressing is enough. There we go. What time is it? 2:37. I'm not engaging anymore. I'm already stopped out on. Even though a paper trade, I know that's my. I just want to. I have to give it time to enter again. I still don't like the area. I think it should run to that level, 8:15 ish. So if you guys are in it, hey, if we can help, we help. We love to help. Yeah. Remember yesterday, also New York session, it was back and forth before it made a move, right? So at some point it will move, but I just don't want to be in that. I just want to have a trade that I know that it's going to run and I don't have to sit through this bullshit. Um, this is a valid construction, a retest of the breaker. Um, so this will be a good entry as well here. What is love without heartbreak? Well said. Yes. Well, I guess that is. Yeah. So on the 15, we've got equal highs here. So it looks pretty solid to me for a move to the upside at some point. But up to 3 a.m. Bullish 43, bearish accumulation 29. Yeah. So this is I need to have JOMO. If it runs without me, I just got to stop out. I just don't want to enter straight away. Um, So this is also one of my rules actually that I have. I don't always follow it, to be honest, but I should also follow it on paper. If I have a stop out, I should take a break at least 15 minutes. Maybe I get some coffee or get something and then I reassess. So I do sometimes in pre-market when I know I'm just too early, I do enter straight away because it's a little bit different because I'm really hunting there. Then I have a little bit more margin, but overall, if I have a stop out, I'm like, okay, you know what? I was too early. 8:15ish, I think. If it doesn't run, we still have London Open coming. Yomo, practicing Yomo. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you doing? I am practicing Yomo. I don't like how it's moving, even though it moves to the upside. It's not how I want to anticipate in the move. So I hate this wickiness. I think the only way it can go is up. I don't. What did you hear? What Trump said? When did he say something now? There is only one way up, but I don't like this little gap here. Um, yeah, peace to strengths. I think it's the only way. Well, they should have done it already, too, in my opinion. But free the Iranian people. Oh, it looks so bullish. Look at this beautiful devil's mark here. Let's give this one more pullback. Come on, I will enter another pullback. 15 minutes already gone. That's guys. It's all part of how they are. Of course, they are not showing their hands. It's part of how they deal to deflect and put the enemy on the wrong leg. Okay, if it goes down one more time, I'll enter. Because we're entering almost a 250 macro. I would like to enter one more time. But then I really wanted to go below the blue line again. One more time. Just a wick. I'll enter again. Hmm. Still want to let me see something else. Pum 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 pum. 0.5. We hit that. Yeah, whatever, and Q. So I wouldn't like to be in this Y. Look at these little gaps here, here, and here. They could spike easily back down again as well. So, yeah. Rejection block. Okay, guys, stop with the politics, please. We already have enough to do with our baby and Q. Let's see if I can open the curtain. 47 bullish, 25. Okay, so we're gonna do. Oh, you want to see a cat? Oh, yeah. I sent her away of the. Um, my baby girl. I'll show her. Gigi, wanna say hello? Oh. I'm so happy I got stopped out. That causes me. I feel FOMO a little bit. Um, I feel FOMO, and I want to be in, but I also can see that price is not. It's just wiki and doing things that I don't like. But I feel it. I truly feel it. Because I really think, oh my God, there's just what, if I look at the chart, there's just only one way it can go, and that's up, right? I mean, or logically, it's like, yeah, higher time frame bullish, lower time frame. We're almost at the end of a market maker model, but you have to be careful because everything starts with consolidation, right? If you have a market maker model, you have a consolidation, buy side, sell side. So technically, it could be done here for the time being because it goes back into original consolidation and then it's sort of like it could extend from it, but not always. But yeah, this chart just screams to the upside, right? Exactly. It looks so bullish, but the question is, how many wicks are we going to get before we're going to start to move? And this also takes a lot of your mental. If you're in a trade, you get sort of like at some point, like, oh my God, just go, go. You know, you get nervous, and then you get wicked out by manipulation. And look how wiki it look how price action has been. It is just not looking very. It's looking sort of hostile. I call this hostile. It doesn't look very friendly. And I've been using the same blue box before, and I said I don't like it. We're in the blue box. We're gonna consolidate here. It's the same box, I believe. Is it? Let me check. Yeah, same area. Yesterday, I believe. Was it yesterday? Thursday, 11th of June. No, that's now. Here we are. You can see here, consolidation, consolidation. If you have an area where you can define consolidation, areas will be reused a lot of the times because it's algorithmic. You just need to know which ones. Yeah, last 15 minutes, last 15 minutes are hostile all the way. Yeah. NQ is not our friend now. Don't, it's that nasty ex that lies. Oh my God, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. I really, no, 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 I've learned my lesson. Do not trust him or her. It depends on what you, because we all have a, today, you know, the bad side is on. Don't trust this one. This version, it's like your bad ex. Lying, cheating, it will not learn its lesson. Don't trust it. At some point, it'll come around because, people learn at a certain stage of life, but this is the phase of life. No, 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 no. So I'm totally fine missing, even if with, um, if it would move or spike up, I'm totally okay to miss this move. I don't feel any, I don't get very upset with that. I wish I could introduce you to my dad. He's a bit older, but the two of you will get along very well, I think. He doesn't know how to day trade, though. Well, oh, you're so funny. Yes, Mr. K. Ah. Is he rich? No, I'm just joking. Does he have his own teeth still? Does he snore? That's a very important question. Hey, get your dad to trade. That's I don't know how old he is though, but I don't think you're actually too old to ever learn. I mean, if you keep your brain working, it doesn't matter. I think you can learn how to do things at any learn new skills at any age, I think. Don't you think? If you're never too old to, otherwise you're sort of like almost ready to die. But I think you're never too old to learn something new, especially if you enjoy it, right? I think it's a good thing to keep your brain busy. 2:55. Okay, we're gonna do a new poll because we're almost. I know, I know. I'm just joking, Lance. I'm just joking. Um, Let's just wait until this move is done before I start a new poll. I mean, there is just one way and it's up, right? Like I say, I still think that 815 level is still in play. I still like that, and maybe even a little bit higher. So exactly, Mr. Chaos. That's all that we care about. No, but listen, most men want a nurse with a purse. My aunt used to say that. It's very funny in the U.S. Because my uncle, he passed away a few years ago, and but she says no, I will never go with it because the only thing they want is a nurse with a purse. I was like, I never forgot that saying. Like those old men, they just want someone to take care of them. A nurse with a purse. Okay, Lance, forget about this. Let's keep it on the charts, my friend. Richard, are you still in this trade? I mean, okay, New York is almost opening. I wonder if it's going to if it's going to spike down and then go back up again. Um, you're still in the long? Okay, it's almost 3 o'clock. I still like that 815-ish level and maybe higher, but I'm just not sure what London Open wants to do. Look, we can, on the 15 minute, the moment we are going into this area, where this could be a rejection block here, and we could go a little bit lower before going higher again. See, we created a wick. We could go into this wick here. Let's see. Oh, cheeky. Okay, 3 o'clock open. New candle. Okay, there we go. 8:12, 8:50, 8:15-ish. I'll be out now. 8:15. How far did we go? I said 8:15-ish. Okay, let's see.
Should be there around about 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Mike, I said no, we can't do it before 12 o'clock. It's not possible. Only after 12 o'clock. We have an agreement with that because I'm streaming, not before 12 o'clock. So I specifically mentioned the time again. So like always, not before 12 o'clock. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, what's going on right now? Hey, Sebastian, how are you? Okay, nice. Let's see, guys. I'm great. Not trading this morning, just watching charts and anticipating of the space X. Please do not buy into this rug pull. Anyone watching this is going to be a bubble. 1.7 trillion. Yeah, most likely. Well, let's see if see what NQ wants to do. Oh, this Gardener. We have a rule when I'm streaming, he can't come. So that means he can't come before 12 o'clock at my time. Then he sends me a message, yeah, I'll be there at 10. I said, no, you're not. The gate will be locked.
Not before noon. I'll be after 12.
Oh, annoying. But anyway, okay. I've got to deal with so much, all these little things. It's just annoying that, you know. Okay, so we went up to 819. What are we going to do now? Are we going to, is this it for the high of, it's Thursday today? We've got news, let me check. Um, who is Andrew? I don't know who's Andrew. The gardener, I'm talking, no, he's the gardener. So the gardener, they come once in 2 weeks and they come with leaf blowers because I live like there's a big the house like all those properties here they have a large area but where I live it's very we have like a lot of trees, but there's an area that is just literally like a forest on the property, but there's a lot of leaves and stuff like that. So once or 2 weeks the gardeners come, but they come like with 6 men and they have leaf blowers and they just, they rake and they do things. And but it's a lot of noise. So we have a deal. Like when I'm streaming, they come after the stream. So on Thursdays, once or two times a month, I told them, well, let's just make it afternoon then, because that's I'll for sure I'm done with the stream, and then you can guys do your thing and blah blah blah. And it was never an issue. He knew. And then suddenly he says, yeah, I'll be there at 10 today. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm streaming. That's about in half an hour. But anyway, um, no, but actually, this is not a lot of work. It's very natural here. They just, 1 to 2 weeks they come and clean the place up because the owner wants it very natural. So, but yeah, I don't mind. I love being in the wild and in the bush. I don't like too landscaped. So that's why I'm a bush gal. Give me, but even though you live in the bush or in a natural area, you still need to, you have to be careful. If it's too bushy, you can't see the snakes or something. You have to have some area sort of like cleaned up just to make sure that, because we've got spitting cobras here and all those little ones. So, but no, I love it natural. I would rather not have a gardener at all, but we need it. But yeah, I love natural. I would love to. I'm going back to the bush, guys, and that's going to be pure nature. But then still, where you live, you need to have a little bit safe, and especially, where you walk, especially when you walk in the dark. We walk bare feet here, so yeah. I love Sam, the cooking guy, as well as Google Foods. Yeah, the area is very safe where I live. Yeah, I only live in safe areas. Yeah. Yeah, South Africa has very good areas where you can live. But you have to, you can't live everywhere. But yeah, this is very safe where I live. I like it here. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. But I love gardening, by the way. I love to do. It's very therapeutical. Yeah, yeah, no, all these houses, everybody has I don't know how big the properties are, but some properties have three houses on them. I live on a property with two houses, and then there's a big garden. Um, and then we still have, I guess that's why people think they are still on a farm area and they keep roosters, because even though it's residential, it's sort of like they think, oh, I've got such a big garden, I can, So yeah, I live in South Africa. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm not a South African. I'm a Dutchie. But I've moved to South Africa for the time being, and I like it for the time being. But who knows where I'll be in a year? I might move. I don't know. I like Latin America as well. I like Asia. We'll see. We'll see where life brings us. Road features. Are you also? I'm in KwaZulu Natal at the moment. KZN. I believe just like Maya is also in KZN. We are actually, I think we're very close to each other. Now, KZN is quite big, but are you in the Cape Town area? Oh, we've got some other Cape Townians here. Zar Trader, he's from the Cape. We've got a couple of you can. Yeah, and diamonds here even more is the avocado tree, right? I have literally I showed you guys a few avos. They're like literally they're bigger than ostrich eggs. I've been ODing on avos. We're almost done with the last avos. But yeah, I mean, it's like a gift from I'm in PGH. I'm looking to move to Mauritius. Yeah, Mauritius is awesome. I have a friend who actually wanted to buy something there, and another friend who is in the travel industry, and she goes a lot to Mauritius. She loves it there. I've never been. It's still on my bucket list, by the way, Mauritius. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, that's on my bucket list too. I would love to go to Botswana with my little Jimny and just, Zimbabwe, all the, but yeah, I want to try, I want to do that with someone. So I'm very adventurous, but some things I just don't want to do by myself. So I'm Zimbabwe and all those things. Oh, your mom was born there? Wow. Okay, there was no anticipation in this trade. Now the question is, are we going to go higher or not? Um, don't dibble in the middle, we say. I think we're in the middle. I'll do a new poll, bullish 51. Yeah, so it's morning here, Diamond Year. It's 9:15 in the morning. So 8 a.m. Eastern. So like say London opens, for me it's 9 o'clock because it's South Africa. We have the similar time zone as Europe, you could say, just 1 hour difference. So I could easily do Europe, I can easily do London and US stream. But I tend to fall asleep at some point at New York PM session because I posted something and then I fall asleep and like, oh my God, I wake up and then the market is closed. Because I make long days. I wake up at 4 a.m. here, and by the time New York PM session starts, it's already 9, 10, 9-ish, 8 o'clock, 9-ish. And sometimes I get a little bit tired, especially if I have a day. I did mentorship, I do streaming, I go to the beach, and I hate it to do a nap. And I just get tired at some point. I'm human, I'm not an AI. I wish I was. I wish I did not have to sleep. Oh, Sebastian. I actually had, yeah, I agree. It was not easy. New York AM session. I had a sloppy start, even though I was sort of a little bit greenish, but I just didn't, I was just, I wasn't really on the ball. But then, was it 11 o'clock? I had my best trade ever on NQ. I made 294 points, 12-hour trade. Um, but I have to say, 10-year bond auction always is. I've been going back in my journal again, and also after 1 p.m. lately, it just stays. There are moments, but they are very limited. You have to wait. It's like really a day that you have to keep patient. And then there are the setups, they present themselves, but they're very limited. You have to be sort of like, oh, you have to see it and you have to act. And I think it's sort of like, it doesn't really change after 1 o'clock. It's still the same as in AM session, but then there's always that move that will come, but it takes time. They build. It's just, I don't know. There is something with that 10-year bond auction, guys. I keep on saying it, but I just don't like it. Yeah, especially bush people. If you're in the bush, you wake up, you live with the sound of and I think that's still, I was in the bush for 4 years, so I still wake up at 4 a.m. now. Well, and if I wake up at 3 a.m., it's because of a rooster. But if there's no rooster, I wake up at 4 a.m. So, yeah. Okay, so guys, so this is the area I want to be cautious of because of we are in the middle of a higher time frame order block. We are in the middle of, let me see. You can see that in ES we hit the previous day EQ, which means it's the middle of the from day to day. Now there's two ways to calculate it. You can use the daily candle, but you can also use midnight to midnight. I think both are equally valuable to be aware of, but you always want to be aware around midpoints of any range. Um, let's look at the 4 hour. That's a 15 minute. Yeah, we're definitely, well, it's we're expanding. No, we have a lot of imbalance above, so I can see retracing some more. If I lift him further to the BDH would need a restraining order. Oh, you're so funny. It's so tricky at these levels. Yes, this is a little bit tricky for me. Um, 4, 10. Yeah, I'm neutral now, guys. I'm just neutral. Um, I'm neutral. I want to have a look at the 90 minutes. Let me go through a few. Oh, I'm getting hungry. My belly is hungry. A1, at 0.5. Okay, we're at the weekly open now. My green box. Okay. Um, but Diamond, you don't you ever sleep? Okay. Now let's see if we are rejecting here. I think we can get some rejection here and we can find a nice entry. Okay, I think this is the rejection area. I think this might be it for the run for now. Let me see. Where is my trade? Where is my? Where is my? Oh, here we go. Okay, okay. Let's see. Rejection. 38%. Okay. What time is it? 3:26. Here we go. Okay. Hey Fox Suffer, I entered long at the beginning of Asia on a daily order block, great distribution to the upside. Notice I ran out of liquidity to the bottom, extra confluence of order block daily. I had another quick short here. I'm up under 750. Need to sit on my hands. No, not yet. I'm just waiting for a retracement first. I'm actually more interested. I mean, I missed a move to the upside. I needed a proper retracement for me to find a buy. Yeah. Um, it's 328 now. Ah, 330. 929. I would rather look for a short from now because I missed that. I'm not I'm when I miss a part of the move, I don't really care. We could go up to this area here, 899-ish, but then I'm thinking like if we should respect this bearish, or if not, if we go higher, then. But I'm just want to look how we are going to react here. I'm not really eager. I mean, I don't know if you guys feel. I didn't like the way how it moved. Yeah, I'm into big moves, you guys know that, but I just don't like the way how it moved here, and we left quite a bit of imbalances here. Um, for me, when I look for distribution, I don't want to see any obstructions. And we're also at 30% of the weekly range, and we were at another confluence level for me that I just didn't like it. We were at previous day EQ of ES, which could also be a rejection area. So there were things for me that I just didn't. For me, it is not. It's moving, it is, but it could easily reject it as well for me here at this one. Are you ready? So for me, it wasn't really clear. I don't see it. It is distributing. I can see that, but I did not. I'm not going to taking any risk. I've shown you that many times when I see a area like this. I let them run most of the times just to and see how far are we going into that order block. Are we invalidating a certain level? I don't have to take every trade. So I'm just I don't mind watching and letting it go. And I don't like how it was printing in the way it was printing. So for me, it wasn't that obvious that it might make that move, to be honest. And sometimes you miss things. For me, it could have easily rejected here at this end walk, which matched with this previous day EQ. So I would rather let that go. I mean, you don't have to have every move, right? Some moves appeal more to you than others, and it wasn't really it's just I don't like. I would rather have the short that goes down very fast, or just a move that is a little bit smoother, if that makes sense. It's just for me the weak. It's just I say it every time, and I just don't like. I mean, maybe I should stop streaming London, to be honest, because I just don't like the way how it moves. Maybe I should focus on. Um, Yeah, if I don't like how it moves, even though it moves, I'm very comfortable missing moves. I don't mind because I know my next move will be. I mean, guys, I'm averaging over 100 points every trade. So I feel very comfortable just waiting for the setup that I like. And then everything lines up. And I said, I can see it go up. I think there's only one way to go, it's up. But I was like, yeah, how far are you going to go? And if I can't frame a trade that I think is going to give me that risk reward that I like, I just stay out. And sometimes you miss a move. That is having rules and being comfortable. I had a paper trade loss already, and then I just okay, I'm just gonna wait. It's okay. I don't care because this. I have every day. I have over 100 plus a win on my all my accounts. Every single. Okay, let's. I have to take a few days out, so I'm not in a rush anymore. I'm not in a rush. And I'm very vigilant of these. I just don't want to be chopped up, and sometimes it runs without you. That there's no chop, but a lot of the times it keeps me out of choppy areas. Like yesterday, Richard, you said, "Oh, it's gonna go now. It's gonna go now," and it didn't go. It was choppy. So I would rather miss a few moves, and it keeps me out of choppy areas. And we've got news today, CPI. Yeah, and sometimes you miss a move, right? You can't have them all. So if I would trade, you guys, I'm a distribution trader. If I would trade into distribution, I don't want to see obstruction, if that makes sense. And if I see an obstruction like this, also in combination with NDOGs, NWOGs, I'm very vigilant because I want it to run quickly. And especially if it's a 1 hour, if I trade the 1 hour candle, we would be near the open of this. And if you trade order blocks a lot, open prices can be very, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait to see how it reacts here. And now I want to watch the midpoint to see if we're going to validate or invalidate this one. And if it's going to invalidate, we're going to have a nice short, right? So there's always a trade. I would be nervous in this trade, to be honest, at some point, like, oh, is it going to reject here? Is it going to reject here? We're at 40%, 30%. I had another level that was exactly 2.5 standard deviations on something I calculated. On another level, it was already 0.5 exactly, where it was 2.5. I think it was around here. I can't remember, but okay, it had a passing through, so it did not react there. But I just don't take the risk. But it's a nice move. Hey, Richard, are you still in? Bowser, I would rather take one mini for 30 points than hold two markers for 100 points. Just better for my psychology. Yeah, it just depends. But if you have you see your structure very clear and everything lines up, I don't think it matters the strategy. Um, I'm still in. I put you. I'm still in. Well done, Diamonds Year. Yeah, I mean, when I see the trade, I'm very confident. I don't mind. I'm confident, and most of the times they work, and sometimes they don't. But yeah, we all have our different preferences, right? And we all learn different things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I post my trades on Discord as much as possible, as far as in advance I can, so you guys can see them. And sometimes you're distracted, Gardner calling or saying I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock, I get this. That's why I do the pre-market prep also for a very small with this very small group because I get distracted when I talk. I get distracted as well a little bit. So there's a difference when you stream and when you have to trade. So I salute those streamers that really can trade well during a normal stream with a lot of people when you're also doing the chat. It's not. I mean, for me, I distracted very quickly. Um, Mether, so you don't think we will reach the end walk above since we are already breaking the end dog? End dogs and end walks are different. So what I noticed is that you have to, if we go over this one here, we could go here, but we are here now, right? So, but if you're here, the question is, are we going to go here? But where's the midpoint of this one? I think the midpoint of this one. Let us calculate. I wouldn't be surprised if we reverse here or have a retracement here. Let's see. Um, the midpoint of these two are here. Which one are we using, right? That's the question now. That's why I'm also vigilant about this method, because it's like if you what which one is the one that is going to be used? Which one is the one that are we now done here because we're in this order block? Is this the one that's going to hold us down, give us the retracement? But I think ES wants to go higher. You know what I like about ES here? ES has two levels here. So I think ES will still go. Oh, and guys, I love tape reading. I just love watching price action and talking, but without even being in a trade. I don't know if you guys notice that I just don't mind. I really don't mind not being in this trade. God, if you guys only knew how much points I've made the last 2 weeks. It's just crazy. So then you don't mind missing a move. You really don't mind. Just, I don't want to brag, but it's just like I'm doing really well. I'm very proud of myself. I really am. I'm really growing as a trader. And missing moves is part of the growth, guys. Missing being okay, preparing yourself for a move that's more comfortable for you is totally okay. You can't be in every move. And does it suck sometimes when you miss a nice move? Yeah, and it looks beautiful, the expansion. It looks beautiful. But I just didn't like how we started out, so I don't want to explain myself too much. Yeah, it's just okay to miss moves and not be able. And sometimes just say I'm gonna let this one go. And I'm happy that you guys are in it. I'm really am, and I love tape reading it. Like, okay, what's price doing? Is it going to this order block? What is it? Where is it going to? I'm not seeing it clearly. I'm not really. Let's do a poll. How high? I want to see what you guys think. And the only thing that I'm aware of that I should get London should be for me more. I should be more comfortable getting smaller trades, but it's just something I'm not guys. I'm not Lento. Don't compare me to him. I'm totally not at his level. Don't say these things. That makes me nervous because I'm not. I'm definitely not at that level. I'm getting better at what I'm doing, but I'm not at that level. Talk to me in a year, maybe. Um, are we going higher or not? Are we going higher? Rest of London pre-market. Yes or no? No. So Richard Lento is a guy who made. I think he made. Well, he risks a lot. So he risks. He is. He made 3 million or something in a week, and with one trade, I believe 1 million. But he was risking. I think it was a 10-hour trade. I think he was risking about 100,000. And he did last few weeks. He did really really well, and I think he's legit. I honestly think there's no bullshitting. But he did really really well, and he posted some things on X. But he was risking. I think it was one or two trades, but he's been making like 1 million now with a couple of trades. On It's starting to be his average now, I think. Lento, no, not Lento, Lanto. His name is Lanto, but I think he's legit. I mean, you mean, but in all honesty, I don't know if I want to. I'm not gonna. If I would have, I just traded in my Discord and with you guys, but I don't feel like sharing anything. It's not about bragging or. Lanto's getting spammed all over X even when you mute. So yeah, exactly. I mean, if you share these things, you're gonna get a lot of hate. You're gonna get a lot of bullshit. It's like, oh, I would never want to expose myself like that. So I'm not going to go on X or on something. I'm just going to stay within my little community and do things like there. But oh no, Lance, don't say these things. I'm not better than him. Look, it's next level. If you risk so much, I get nervous when I risk 40 points. So I did it yesterday again, by the way. So I'm because I know if I go over 250-point trades, I can't frame them. It's harder to frame my sweet spot, which is around 30 points, 30 40 max. But if I go over 50 40, I noticed that I need to go over 40, between 50, if I want to frame larger trades, because your moves are larger and it's most of the times it's big, it's more than 8R trades. So, but yeah, if you risk more, you have to also have put more. You have to, if you go for larger trades, you have to be able to also sit through your trade goes higher, but you have to sit through pullbacks as well, and that is difficult sometimes. So you have to grow into that. It's a process. Look, I said it before yesterday. Go back into my stream when I started. I started with average 50, 80 points. Then I moved from 50 to 80 to 100 points, and you can see my growth during my stream. Literally, the growth has been during this year. And now yesterday was my first 294-point trade. First one, almost 300 points. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Lenton holds every one of his trades. He gets trilled out by the market. He never closed. Hey, you know what, Bowser? I think that's a good strategy, to be honest. I've been thinking about that, actually. That's very interesting because when you get those larger trades, at some point when you start trailing, it's okay because you get your pullback, but it can be, I mean, I'm just thinking about that when I would get better in getting position myself in London and you trill and already, I think that's actually a really good, I've actually been thinking about that strategy because I was like, okay, is it really a bad thing to get trilled out at some point? When you are over 500 points and like you're aiming for 1,000, let's say you're getting to that level, right? And then you get trilled out by 750 or over 500. Who cares? But then you're talking a different level. I don't want to be trilled out when I'm aiming for 100 and I get trilled out by 25 because I trilled it to, things like that. But if you are talking about 1,000 and you're at 750, so yeah, exactly. Isn't that the best way to go to that next level? Because I've been thinking about it because I've been looking at my trades like, okay, how would I be able to get to that 300-400 point trades? So yesterday was the first time I managed, but I think that trailing out is part of the way how to do it. I think it's the only way to get there, and then maybe you get better at it a little bit, and then you get trailed out a little bit at a better level. So no, I still want to. I don't think I'll become a swing trader, but I think it has to be still within London max New York AM session. That's the max. But I think that's the only way to go forward with that trailing. I think that is how you can manage. And then sometimes you won't get trilled out, but a lot of the times you might get trilled out. But that's the only way to keep your position safe. So yeah, maybe I have to start watching Lento a little bit more. I don't know. Is he? Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. He doesn't usually use the first swing low or high. He uses the second one. You mean as his starting position or as a trill? Where he starts his position? Where he enters, you mean? Or where he. That's interesting, though. Yeah, so you have to change your, if you want to go bigger and get more profit, I think you have to change, but it's sort of like I'm trying to figure things out while going and changing, but you have to grow into it, guys. It takes time, and it takes a lot of journaling, it takes a lot of practice. And nerves, you have to, yeah, I mean, like I said, I get nervous when when my stop is bigger than 40 points. I don't feel comfortable, and everything is like me. I just want to feel comfortable. Like I didn't feel comfortable with this trade. You have to stick to your plan. You don't, today is a day of JOMO for me. So is Lanto, was it a paid Discord or did he have a free? I don't think everything is, when these guys get successful, they don't do anything for free, which I totally understand. They should not do it. But it's interesting. Thanks, Bowser, for sharing that. No, but company man Carl, you always want to grow, right? You want to learn and get better. I mean, I want to still get better. I still want to grow. Listen, if like we talked yesterday about doing competition, when I would do a competition, I would like to win, but there's a lot of room for growth for me still. I mean, listen, I'm just starting, scratching the surface. I'm just getting started, baby. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm a lifetime student, and I would love to get better and keep growing because improve. I look if I miss a trade like this, guys. Don't think that I'm not going to journal it. I'm going to look at it. Why did I not feel comfortable? And sometimes I just write down, yeah, next time I'll let it go again. Why? Because, but I will still look like, okay, if I would have taken it, where would I could get comfortable? What, maybe a smaller trade, maybe this or that. I journal this extensively. Like what happened? Like why did it, what did I miss? Like what did I not see or overlooked that could still like get me take the trade? But if there's too much risk for me, I'm still okay to not take it. Okay, I gotcha. Well, thanks for sharing, Bowser. I appreciate it. It made a lot of sense because I was thinking about that trailing because I said a lot of the times, oh yeah, yeah. The only thing I need to learn now is not to trail too fast. But I was like, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that is actually a strategy, just trailing too fast and getting stopped out. But then again, you just have to find that sweet spot. So I was thinking about that, and I'm happy to hear that actually it is a part of his strategy. So it comes with going over a certain level, then you want to be trailed out. So I'm happy that I was now on the right path, but I think it's more something that is when you get really to a next level and having a really larger trade, but not with 100-point trades, not at 200-point trades, but maybe when you get over 400 trades, then you're going to go into that strategy. But yeah, I'm going to work on it. Well, thank you for your sweet words, company man Carl. Um, okay, it's almost we're in the 350 macro. Let's see, guys. Um, we are about at zero point 0.5 line. 28,938. If I'm looking at the market, I do think there's still room to the upside. 28,950-ish. 28,950-ish, which I think ES is for me very clear that ES still wants to go higher here. So as long as ES is moving, I think NQ can move too, right? Are you guys accumulation before going higher again? Yeah. What did I ask? Are we going higher rest of London pre-market session? Yes, 82%. 82%. 950-ish. Mm, okay, let's have a look at the weekly profile. Let's have a look at the weekly. So I marked this green area because I think there's still business up here as well. So if we do go higher, we could go all the way up here. But then I want to see invalidation of this area here. Okay, again, where's the midpoint? Midpoint is exactly the start here. So if we go all the way up to this end dog, I've got to remember now. I've got to change the colors. 899. Okay, so this level here, so both, I think ES and NQ will both go to these levels at some point. 899. So that's 50 points up on NQ. 50 points up on NQ. We still have 2 more hours in the expansion. I think this is going to... How large was this candle? $163. $175. Okay, we'll see. Fade the chat. The heart always feels most pain. Fade the chat. I don't have to fade the chat, my friend. I love my chat. And sometimes the chat knows better. Sometimes the chat knows better. A lot of the times the chat knows better. And guys, sometimes you see me not seeing it properly, not missing a trade, making mistake. You'll see me, hey guys, you're gonna see me tilt also one day. You're gonna see me. It'll all be on live. Everything is gonna be live, so it can't always be. You're human, right? And sometimes your brain is just slow. It's part of the journey, correct? Yes. Sometimes you'll see me just stare at the chart like, and I'm just not seeing it. I just don't see it. And I'm like, oh, my brain, I've got a brain freeze. Happens. Okay, 4 o'clock. See, I'm just distracted, guys. It's 4 o'clock. I didn't even. 8:59. I think it's good to go. 8 9. I think it's gonna go in the macro. We're in the best macro now. I'm too late. I'm not gonna even try. 943. I think I'll short from 943-ish. I'm interested in a short maybe from 943-ish, but yesterday I tilted a bit as well and it really helps. When did you tilt, Mather? When did it happen? Are you still in diamonds here? Shouldn't you be sleeping in Florida? Did you ever sleep? Um, when did you tilt, Mather? I always think you're so. I think you're. I have this impression of you that you're so controlled. That you are not one of those people that tilt. But I think we all do, right? Okay, let's go. I'm not keeping. I haven't asked you. I haven't seen any. I'm sorry. Did I ask you that more time? I said it a couple of times, but I didn't see an answer. So okay, here we go. Guys, so this is feeling JOMO, just not being in it and just being okay with it. This is pure JOMO. I'm okay with it. I know a lot of you guys might not be, but which I totally understand. But now the question is, what is CPI going to do? If we had such a large move already in London, Asia moved a lot, London, so we already had expansion in literally from the open, right, up to here. That's huge. So we already moved over 500 points, even more, 600 points. Maybe I should stop streaming London and just stream New York because I don't like London as much as I like New York. Just thinking about it because I just don't like London as much as New York. I used to like it more, but I just stopped. I just noticed that there's a little bit of change in my. Who does better in London than in New York? So I'm just thinking if they want to keep this for later on, if they are going to disrespect this level here, this midpoint, or are we going to reverse here? Mm, we're going to retrace into an order block. So are we going to go lower first again, or are we just going to keep on going up? Order block. Looking in hindsight, I do see a 15-minute propulsion block, so I missed that one definitely, yes. And we formed that one around midnight, 1 o'clock. I actually don't like it if it goes all the way up to like say 28,940. I mean that's actually was my daily range already for today. I'm like, yeah, what's gonna happen the rest of the day? What do you guys think? Um, so I break up my week 2 days. I do long on the rest of. I actually like London because I have more time. New York, I only am able to trade till 10:15. Um, yeah, I think I'm just, I don't know. I should not say these things maybe. Maybe it doesn't matter, but have you ever used Edgeful? Might get you to the data. Like, I like New York again. If things truly change, just go away. Well, I just do so much better in New York. I just have all my good trades in New York. So I'm just sort of like wondering, am I wasting my time in New York, in London? And maybe you should focus more on the new. Well, I am trading New York, and I would like to see the data. But maybe I'm doing so well in New York because I'm looking at New York, at London session and already collecting, the data. So it doesn't mean I should not collect the data, but um, it is such a big. If I look at my stats, there's hardly any good trades that I have lately taken in London. There are a few, but not as much. All my good trades, all the money that I made last few weeks, those massive trades are all in in New York or pre-market. So I don't know. But then again, it doesn't matter. I still enjoy tape reading. But am I supposed to tape read? I should also trade, right? Am I only supposed to just tape read? I'm not, I think. But so it's just something I'm wondering because all my trades are my big trades are in New York. Thank you, Trading Nichols. I think that is something I needed to hear. I think that is something I needed to hear. Trading Nichols says maybe it doesn't matter, but have you ever during New York? I wouldn't be able to ever watch. At least for me, it's a great value that you stream now. No trade required for it to be a great stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe that is something that I was looking for, and it's just a cycle that I'm going through. But it's sort of like playing with my head a little bit now. Um, Especially with Lance giving us a term JOMO. Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't even enjoy it. That's the sad part of it. I am the one who's enjoying it. I'm actually putting it to fully use, but um, Sonia, I only have a pre-market prep that I actually stream New York now, but I'm sort of wondering if I need to change something. But maybe I'm just going through a phase. I don't know. It's just making me think a little bit that my data just doesn't tell me that I'm doing well in London. But it's a choice as well. Maybe I'm just keeping my mental capital for those moments. I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out. Okay, macro's over. Let's see. Um, Yeah, it still looks like it wants to push up. I agree with you, Diamond here, but I really don't like it if it would get all the way up to 944s. That was actually my level for today that I was aiming for as a New York AM session high, or maybe pre-market high, and it's now 411. And if we reach 944-ish, so let's say that area, yeah, that is actually a level that I was actually. I have to go back to the drawing board. Hey, Diamonds, you're well done. You sleep well. Yeah, but yeah, method. I think it's a two things. They're not just also the stats, but also just like um, yeah. I don't know. I just have to figure it out. You only have limited time, right? And you want to spend it as well as possible. Um, what time is it? 4:12 now. Okay, let's see. It's just gonna keep pushing. This is some badass move. Um, the Rock is asking, what is my profit target? Well, it's going to my profit target of the day already. So I think we're almost there. I think when ES reaches this, I would be done, no matter where NQ is. I think ES will spike to this level, and then NQ most likely will turn as well. Just watch ES. Yeah, it's crazy this push. I know, I agree. So never ever say is there's news. There's not going to be any move. You know, you never know, right? You never know. Um, but it makes you wonder. Okay, we hit exactly. I think 4 standard deviation. Damn, it did it. Wow. Okay, give us one more little push. Let me see. Are we going higher? Pre-market? Yes, yes. Hey Jay, how are you? No, I did not catch any money on this trade, to be honest. This one has passed me by, but that's okay. Um, but it's a badass move. It's just been moving since Asia, literally almost 600 points. So, um, yeah, over 600 points already. Asia, including, I think we had something similar. Was it Monday that we had the manipulation and distribution in Asia and London already? It was crazy as well. So, but look at this move, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Ocean block, and boom, off we went. From here, I could have been 108, 200 points. I'll make it up, guys. The 200 points, most likely. I'll get a trade with. Should I make a bold statement today? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make myself. I was like, I'll make another 300-point trade just like yesterday. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna say that. That was an exception, but I hope to have more of those. But yesterday was a clearer. I saw it very clearly, and it might not show itself again. But I am sure that there will be a good trade today again. If not, I'll be upset. No, yeah, I will. I'm finally a day away from my first payout in over a year. My nerves are off the charts. Okay, Jay, this is one of those moments you have to really, 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 really take a step back. You have to get into a position where you don't feel any nerves, because you might. I know exactly how you feel. I can really literally feel it again, as I also had, don't put any pressure on it. You have to detach yourself from the outcome. Only look at the pro. Only wait for a plus setup. If I may ask, what's the amount you need to make? I know we don't want to talk about amounts. You know I don't like that, but is it a small amount or a big amount you need to make? You don't have to say the amount, but is it a small or big amount? The thing is, you are actually now probably you have benchmarks days. Let me because I know what's going on. You have like you only need one more benchmark day to get a payout. But the thing is, if your setup doesn't present, do not force anything. Do not focus on the amount. Just focus on, even though if you like say you need $50, but you have a setup and it only gives you $25, take another day. Make it 2 days. Do not, because that's the mistake that I used to make. Exactly. The way you are talking is exactly how I when I was in, okay, I need to get that. I only have one more day to go, but it's not the day. It's not about the day. If it can be 2 days, make it 2 days, but do not force any trades. Do not focus on the do not focus on that. Just focus on what you see and do not focus on that one day, because it can be 2 days, it can be 3 days, it can be 4 days. What if there's no trading day? It's not every day is a trading day. But do not wait. Fitness. Do not ask for signals here. Um, but yeah, if you're never a day away, because you're a trade away maybe, but not a day. You don't know. Yes, yes. So just focus on the trade, yeah. And if it's 2 days, make it 2 days. Don't make it about, oh, I need to have it today, because if you're gonna force it, you might. go backwards again, and then you need another day. So I'm just saying it's really a mindset thing. So, and if you're nervous, it is because you are. But try to take a step back and just. Sometimes it's even better to let it rest for a day. It sounds horrible, but yeah. Well, let us know, Jay, if you. But just calm down. Don't put any pressure on yourself. And be very, very, if you're nervous, you don't want to be nervous as well. You just really want to see something that you trust. And if you have to wait for it, wait for it. And if it takes another day, rather have no loss. Keep your keep it where it is, and the next day when you feel more comfortable, then you take that trade. If it takes 3 days, you take 3 days. But you have to be comfortable. Forget about that one day, but don't let your TP or your P&L go deep in the red again. One small loss, it's okay. But yeah. Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a milestone. It's a big thing when you're finally there at that moment. I totally get it. It's a big thing. And the moment we put pressure on ourselves, you're also your brain changes a little bit, and you want it to happen today so that you have the good news, right? But that's the exactly someone, David, posted it. Blew an account yesterday, last day of payout, blew it. Don't force it. uh, it is exactly that. I think most of us, if it's that day, that last day, that we blow our accounts most of the times. It's where you start getting in the wrong things, right? I did. I recognize it all too good. So take a step back. Yeah. But yeah, keep us posted, Jay. I hope you make it. It will be awesome if you do. Jay, I don't see you in the pre-market prep anymore, by the way. What's that? Why are you not in pre-market prep? Or are you there and not saying anything? Why are you not in pre-market prep? We've done really, really well last 2 weeks. Or is that the reason why you're only one payout away because of the pre-market prep? I haven't seen you though, or are you just silent? Yeah, exactly. So David is sharing what he's sharing is in the third time. You've been coming on late. No, I've been there every day. No, Jay, I've been there. That was last week when I had to do my driving license thing. That was last week, but this week has been every day on time, and actually sometimes earlier. Man, you've been missing out, my friend. Last week, Thursday and Friday, I couldn't. I was doing stuff to get that driving license sorted, and I wasn't back on time. But this week, I've been very punctual for my pre-market preppers, always. And we've been doing quite well. But anyway, I'll see you today then. Yeah, so David, that last day is always tricky, right? You know what's also tricky? When you pass your evaluation and you get your funded, it's always good to give it a breather, let it one day rest. You pass an eval, you let it rest, and then you start working on that new funded account. Because you always, when you get like, oh my, you're so excited and you want to start with it, but it's always good to give it a rest. But yeah, that last day, that if you're working with benchmark days, it's always like something changes. Oh, I can pass it today, and then I can have a payout. But it's the most trickiest one. There's one account on Funded Next. I think it's bold, so you don't have there's no consistency rule, and there's also you can request a payout every day. I haven't used those, but I think that might be also a good one. So that means if you have a good day, I think it's good to have different evals or funded accounts. Then you can request a payout so that you don't have to deal with those payout benchmark days. So yeah, try. I think the bold of funded next is pretty awesome. You only have consistency rules within the eval, but you can pass it in 3 days. But that's okay. And then there's no consistency rule, I believe, and then you have a payout every when you want it. So there's no benchmark days, and that might work pretty well for. No, this is funded next I'm talking about. So, but I guess TPT and MFFU have these as well. But I think that might help if you are struggling with those benchmark days, which I can totally understand sometimes. Then you want to get to one that you have no payout benchmark days, so you can pay out whenever you want. But you still have to have your own rules, though. Yeah. Okay, so we're over the midpoint of this one. So, golly, it just went to all my levels already for today. That's sort of like a bummer. Now I have to go back to the drawing board all over again. 944. Yeah. I can see us go to 944. I never thought we would go here already in London, to be honest. I mean, this is a badass move. I mean, how many times have we had such a large move in London and Asia? That hasn't happened a lot. But hey, ICT Michael, we should call him Michael from now on. He said these levels are getting normal now, so we have to prepare ourselves for this kind of 986. Well, let's see if we want to retrace a little bit. So, 943. 429. I want to see ES hit this. 2, 3. Okay, 430. Okay, so these are my thoughts. All calculations are based on your blue lines. No, those are just old levels of where price has been either fair value gaps that have been either accumulated or did some things that I still have on my chart. But yeah, we've been just going through them like a knife through a hot knife through butter. So that's crazy. It didn't even stop here. It's just crazy. Most of the times it will just give some reaction, like you see here, but not this one. Not. So this is my thought that I have right now is okay. So we are almost at 5 o'clock. We've got news at 8:30, right? Should we look for a trade right now after a massive Asia London run? I personally would not, because I'm like, yeah, the market is gonna even these levels that the accumulation was minimal. It was accumulate and it made another run. So during London here, we went higher, we dug deeper into it, we propelled higher again. Minimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 6, like half an hour of accumulation, which is totally normal, and then boom again and again. So I'm under the impression that it will most likely at some point go back into consolidation for a longer period of time until the news release. So for me, there won't be any trades until pre-market or news release, and then see what happens. But this is a badass. This is really a large move for pre-CPI or PPI. It's PP. What day is it today? 11. It's CPI. PPI. It's PPI and unemployment claims. So I'm just wondering what the news driver will bring. For me, the news driver yesterday was sort of clear, and I was like, okay, I can see the direction, what it wants to do. The levels where we're at, that is my daily level already. I never expected London already to be here. If we would go here, I was like, yeah, that's a level I could see in the afternoon after PPI. not during London. So, I can actually see us go higher even now. I just wonder if if we really want to go back up. But yeah, I just need to wait for the news driver to show us what it wants to do and then reassess. Because my levels are already hit for the day. I mean, this is my daily. I can have this level here, but that will be. I guess the news driver is going to bring us into here maybe. That green box. If it goes there before the news, I don't know. I just have to sit down and sit this one out. I want to know how many people got the large trade to the upside. I'm just curious. I hope a lot of you banked on it. Are you Richard? You're still in it? Well done. Yeah. So if we don't get, I still like. I mean, there's even areas. I have more areas above as well, but I mean, I need things to be invalidated first, and I think we're starting to do that. And then this box has my interest. Um, yeah, are you gonna hold it all the way into the news driver? Yeah, I think your entry is very low, so you can sit through a pullback. I think, right? I think what time did you enter, Richard? Did you enter before the 150 macro? Oh, I know where you entered. I know. I remember. I remember. I remember. You said yeah. So you entered somewhere here, 2:30 or here, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I don't think it has business to go lower if it wants to, unless the news driver has done its job and it really wants to break lower. But I think it wants more. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know exactly where you got in, and I know the logic as well. I can see a propulsion block here. I just didn't trust it. Even on the 15, there was a propulsion block as well. Um, okay, Richard, the only thing I don't like about this AMD is that the AMD is here. I would prefer it if it would take out a swing, like if we're at the low of something. So for me, it is AMD definitely, but um, see, I just don't like this area here. It could have easily just rejected from here as well. It is still going, guys. It's still going. Yeah, I know. I've looked at the I look at the 4 hour. I know it's a beautiful 4 hour. I know it's beautiful. I know. I know. I know. Don't hurt me more. Don't hurt me more. Don't dag the blade deeper now. Distribution doesn't get more beautiful than this. I know. Yes, yes, yes. But things need to line up. Where was your SMT? I don't see it. I don't see the SMT though, because if I look at the hourly, I see we don't have any SMT in this area though. Where was the SMT, Richard? Helemaal onder? Okay, gotcha. At the bottom already. Did I miss the SMT? I guess so. Well, I missed it anyway. I think it might be a nice shortcoming, right? It's so beautiful and about to get destroyed. Are you preparing for a short, Bowser? Yeah, I'm gonna take a. Okay, I'm gonna do this, guys. I need to prepare for the gardener. I need to do some stuff, and I need to hide the cats because they hate it. I'm not gonna anticipate in any long anymore. I just want some time to journal everything, and then I'll prepare for the pre-market and for what's coming. Are you ready? Are you ready, Bowser? Are you going to position yourself? MES held at a 10 o'clock low from the night junior MNQ need. Okay, gotcha. I'll check it out, Richard. I haven't seen it. I missed it. Setting up for a news dump. Yeah, hey, guys, it would have. Oh, is everything going to happen before the news? Maybe 4:45 or 5. Yeah, 5 o'clock might be a nice dump. I think so too. But the news is coming. I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, I've got to prepare for the gardener. Um, I've got to study a bit for for the exam that is coming in July. You remember the exam I have to do, and then I am going to prepare myself for the 8:30 news pre-market prep. I'm gonna hunt, and I won't be so easy as now because then things are different. Um, God damn, this is a badass move. Um, $4.41. Let's wait the next macro. I want to see the next macro. Let's see what it does. If it makes another run. How many stages of accumulation did we have today? Low risk buy, first stage, second stage, third stage. We're at the third stage of distribution. It's crazy. Structure, yeah, I'm doing my driving. So I have a Dutch driving license, but it's expiring. But the only way for me to get a South African driving license is to go through the whole process of like I'm a new student. So I've got to do the driving exam, the learners, so the computer one, and then I can just get it. Then I don't have to fly back to the Netherlands, which will take me more time, more effort, a lot of. I just don't feel like just going back to the Netherlands for a driving license. So I'm going to apply for it, but I have to, do these things. It took a lot of time and to get everything sorted and get into the system and blah blah blah. So that's why I missed a couple of days last week because I had to go out of town and then I had to wait 3 hours there and then I was sent into the wrong queue. Blah blah blah, things like that. But I am finally in. It's sorted, and I just need to get things in order. Yeah, I just, it's funny because you think you're driving all the time, but then like I'm reading that, oh, never knew that that was a rule. I never knew that that was a rule. No, I don't really care about cars. I just want a 4x4 here for, off-road driving. I have a Suzuki Jimny now, which is a small 4x4, but I'm happy with that for the time being. But I just want a 4x4 that I love to go driving Kruger off roads and in areas to go where it's good to have in South Africa you need a 4x4. If I go to my little forest area, there is an area where you can only come with the 4x4 so it's like a one area of the beach. You have to go through a forest and that path is almost you cannot drive without a normal car on a normal car. So it's sort of like, you know, so when I go to that part of the beach, it's sort of like an adventurous drive already. Get a Fortuner. You want? Yeah, we have a lot of them here. I see them, but they're so large. I wanted a 4x4, but I wanted a small car. So the Jimny was actually the only one that was suitable for me because it was 4x4 and it was not too big. But now I'm sort of like, with the traveling a lot and I'm like, I might need a bigger car, but it has to be 4x4. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was thinking you meant the Fortuner already. Yeah, but the Fortuner is quite large, I think, right? Yeah, I like them though, but I still want to. I want. What else is a small car and is 4x4, but a little bit bigger than the Jimny, but smaller than the Fortuner? It's the Highlander, or maybe it's not as big as I think they are. The Highlander Fortuner. I'll look it up. Yeah, we'll see. But I like the Jimny is nice, but it's not so comfortable for long drives if it's just on the highway. So I would rather have some also like a Toyota Highlander. Yeah, I think I like those as well. Let me have a look. I just want some more comfort as well for longer drives, which are not off-road driving, because then it's less noise. The Jimny is a little bit noisy on the highway. This thing, yeah. The RAV4. Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe I'll get a new car at some point. But I don't really care. I mean, it's just, I'm hardly driving anyway now. I'm sort of like, it's kind of accumulating in this area price going up to Nissan Rogue. Nissan Rogue. I think I saw that one. It looks pretty awesome. I think I saw that one. I was like quite impressed. I was like, oh, that's a nice car. I think that was a Nissan. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't really, the thing is, when I drive off road, it scratches my, because I go, through branches and stuff like that. And in the beginning, like, oh my God, it scratches. And now I'm like, oh, who cares? Um, so, so I don't want a car that has to stay, some cars are meant to stay nice and beautiful, but some cars are just meant, who cares that you have a few scratches, even though you can wrap it. I never did it, but yeah. Okay, let's see. 447. I need to be more focused because I haven't been focused. Every macro I've been missing because I'm talking and I'm just not watching. So that tells me also something, guys. I need my focus. I haven't been focused this morning as well. It's not an excuse, but you can tell, right? You can tell the difference. Um, Taking good trades, being on top of it, you need to have your brain working and have to be fully focused on it. No distractions. Yeah. Don't know if they still make Pajero in two doors. Land Cruiser is very popular. Yeah, but a lot of people tell me to be careful because if you have an issue, there are no parts sometimes, or it's difficult to replace parts. So I like Land Cruiser as well. But some people have been like advising me not to take it. So that's why I thought Suzuki's everywhere. And I see Land Cruiser dealers as well everywhere, but people are sort of like, no, don't go for Land Cruiser. And I'm like, yeah, why not? But I see them a lot. Speaking of trading distractions, I talked to my boss. Cost me like 280, expensive few minutes of typing. Well, hey, listen, better don't get caught by your boss because it might cost more than $280. I mean, I don't know if you're allowed to trade when you're on the job, but yeah. Okay, let's see. 449. Next macro is coming. Are we gonna make another push up, guys? I think so. Um, I think so. I would say so. I wouldn't be surprised. Gosh, this is such a move. I can't believe that this move already occurred. I'm just, I'm actually in disbelief still, to be honest. You know that? I'm actually a little bit in disbelief of this move. Just, just can't believe it. Okay, this wick. Or are they going to leave that for later on? The new one's very expensive when I travel. Yeah, I mean cars, especially the European and the non Asian brands are tend to be a little bit more expensive here. I think that's the right way to say it. But Kia is pretty has pretty awesome cars as well, I think. Um, and it's very cheap to rent cars here. If you come on holiday, it's not expensive. It didn't used to be expensive to rent cars here. 451. The question is, can NQ go all the way here now? But Carly, we're literally going back all the way to 50% of the weekly range. And I remember saying, oh, we are very low here. I thought, oh, we're low at 10% of the weekly range. We might take out the low again and then create. But it's today's Thursday, so maybe tomorrow. Um, yeah, once it blasts through this one, it's going to go here, right? S- Yeah, at some point the JOMO gets sort of like the JOMO is fine, but not for hours, if that makes sense. I don't mind the JOMO, but at some point it's like if it keeps going up and I'm not in it and you can't, it's like, okay, yeah, I missed the move now. Like, okay, now it's okay. Just retrace and just, stop moving now. Um, but remember, the midpoint of, let's say, if this is going to reject, it's very possible that the bodies they go through, but it's a 4 hour, so it still could start reversing at 5 o'clock, and then there's no body through here. So then still it respects this. That the main thing is you don't want a body closure. I'm looking at the 4 hour, so I want actually price to start retracing, and then no body closure on the 4 hour here. That will be, and then maybe continuation with the news up here, something like that. So that means we might start going lower, or this is it. This could be it. And then people are like, oh my God, it's so bullish. Oh my God, look at what happened in Asia and London. We're all bullish now. So everybody's going to turn bullish and then they're going to, but it's just retesting this order block in order to go lower again. Who knows? Well, if it goes ergonomic, I'm just thinking if it will go higher than 29, if it will go to net 29, I can see us go higher. Because then we're just totally disrespecting this area. But I think if we go all the way here, I think we could go even higher then. Then I don't think there is any reason to not go higher. So I think if we go here, I think we can easily go here as well. And then maybe dig even deeper into this area here. But are we gonna retest this area? I have no idea, to be honest. Okay, so you see the macro is not really moving a lot. Um, it, let's see. Let's see. Are we going higher? Well, we've been going higher, and the chat is right again. Of course, the chat is always right. Most of the times, you guys are always right. Are we going higher? Yes. 83% says yes. 17 no. Okay. Let me do one more poll with you guys. New York session. I just wanna give a get a feel what you guys are thinking. Just overall, New York AM session, bullish or bearish? New York AM session. So let's say after the news driver, New York AM session, bullish or bearish? Curious what you guys think. I have no idea at the moment, just being honest. It really depends on what the news driver is going to give us. For me, but I'm just curious if you guys have any opinions. Um, yeah, ergonomic, it's algorithmic level, this N walk. So if it starts pushing higher, I think I don't want to say almost safe to use this N walk midpoint, right? Event horizon, but I would really watch ES because ES has these two together. So I would, for me, ES is sort of like leading in this way. Like I think if ES hits this level, I think you want to be very vigilant on NQ turning as well. Because I think this might be the SMT that we're going to, that will be valid. So I'm just watching ES because I think when the moment ES hits this, I think the turn might come. It's sort of like time, and this is a little bit. There is so much room still here. It could pop, but I would rather. I would be very. I would really watch ES in this situation because there is this high exactly here. So once it makes that push, it takes out this high, and we don't. You've got your SMT. We're almost. Let's see. It's almost 5 o'clock. It will be tricky if ES makes this push just before 5 o'clock, and then NQ stays within this range here. Um, okay, 5 o'clock. Oh, I think I think we might be running out of juice a little bit. Let's see. Nine four three. Let's see if we can spike to 943. Is just over here. Where are you? At the midpoint of that wick. We already have SMT, by the way. I see. I noticed. You see here, Wednesday, 10th of June. 10th of June. We've got SMT. I don't know if it's going to hold. This one here. Let's see if it wants to hold. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Three past. We hit 4. Yeah, I think I would like, I think it's, I don't think it will move a lot anymore. I think it's maxed out. 3 past. Should do a paper trade short, but what's my target? What's my target? We did not go to 27. We're leaving this for later. No, I'm not going to do anything anymore. I'm okay with it. Um, if it would leave these levels here for now and then maybe revisit them later, that could be a possibility, right? If it doesn't want to spike up now. If so, I like 943. I would definitely not trade any higher than 943-ish. That will be my level max. Hey Sonia, I didn't take any trade today. I'll be calling a night for. Thank you for the stream. Really, all your help. Thank you, Lucky Mon. Thank you for all your insight. No, no trade. I missed the whole move. I had to practice Jomo today. I had to practice seeing the whole move without me, but it's okay. I mean, I've you know, you can't have every move, but it sucks sometimes a little. It does. I mean, it doesn't make me. I didn't mind it in the beginning, but at some point when it just keeps going, it's sort of like, okay, I missed really a good move. But then again, I didn't feel comfortable with it, and sometimes you have to miss moves. But if it sort of like keeps on running, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. 6 past. Let's see. I think I don't know if it. I would like it if it doesn't go any further because it does it gives an indication that I might want to revisit that level a little bit later today. So it doesn't finalize the move, and that gives you like a little bit more. So I wouldn't mind if it starts going down from here. See, we're not going over this blue area anymore. We're staying within the end dog. So, how much is this wick? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's enough. It's done for now, I think. I like it if it doesn't do it because that means there is still a very good level down there. I hope it doesn't do it, to be honest. That gives us a bit me a bit more edge later on. Um, I like the short. Hey, Abdul, I'm back. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a long time. How are you doing? So, guys, be careful because we got news at 8:30, right? And we had such a large move. So be careful with expecting too many large moves now. I you know. Um, Abdul, how have you been doing? Uh, that is, I was actually thinking. I think a while back I was like, hey, I haven't seen Abdul for a while. But then again, and you see someone doing for a long time, and then you're like, okay, they'll pop up at some point, hopefully. And here you are. Okay, so it's 5. Let's see. 1 hour. Yeah, I think it's done to the upside for the time being. But it's 10 past. Oh, deliver. You stayed in it all the time. Well done. Yeah, I think it's safe to around 5 o'clock. You want to be careful, especially when you had a large run. It could be a time of retracement. Time over price, guys. Always time over price. Um, at 5 o'clock, I would not stay in a long anymore after a move which has been just going on from Asia, literally. It could. This is the time you get retracement or reversals. A lot of the time. So you just want to be very careful here. Okay. Oh, you're limited. Okay, are you still in Iran? Okay, I gotcha. Okay, guys, I need to go. I need to get some stuff in order. Um, yeah. Well, I want to say I actually want to say I'm sorry. Well, it sounds weird. Like I didn't put on any trades. I just didn't see it, so I missed that large move. And for someone who actually is getting better in large move, and maybe I don't want to say I should have had this one, but I just didn't want to. I just didn't feel comfortable with this trade. I have to journal why. I have to figure out why. I'm happy that some of you did. But yeah, it happens. Sometimes you just don't see it, or you just don't feel comfortable, and you let it go. Yomo is real. So this was a case of Yomo, but I don't like the Yomo if it takes too long. Just being honest here. And I'm happy to see that a couple of you guys banked on it. But hey, it's just the start of the day. There will be more trades. And sometimes it's not a trading day for you. Sometimes there is no trade. But anyway, yeah, just be careful with longs now, guys. I don't think we're done to the upside though. What do you guys think? I just want to see what you guys bullish 50 now. Yeah. Nasdaq had already had a move. Yeah, exactly. Trading nickels. I'm sort of like, okay. In all fairness, we still have a little bit of a gap up here that I thought, okay, that will be the max, but we're almost there. But if we do go up again, I think we have much more room to the upside. So I'm actually higher time frame, still bullish, I think. But now I'm sort of like, this was literally my whole, from to the upside, we almost have done my whole daily move. So I'm like, okay. So I really need to go back to the drawing board and see what we're going to get now from the news driver. But I would love to see a nice pullback and then maybe the news driver up again and then maybe higher in New York session. But let's see. I mean, everything is, I mean, we have to keep an open, it might go all the way back down again. I don't know. I really have to go back to the drawing board. Make a new plan. Because this plan is already, yeah. Okay, guys, I'll see you later today. Those on pre-market prep, I'll see you later. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll do another London session. And for those in the Discord, I'll see you in the Discord. I'll try to post some stuff in the Discord as well, keep you updated. And hopefully there's still a good trade. And guys, you'll see, most of the times, if you miss one move, there'll be another good move later on in the day. So, hey Methor, yeah, I'll see you later on as well. Yeah, trading nickels has been both logical and emotional. I looked at the chart session, totally valid. Nasdaq at a harsh move, being concerned about it being overextended has both logical and emotional. Yeah, yeah. It sort of makes me a little bit. I think also that's where the uneasiness comes a little bit from as well. Like the large ranges, like it sort of like takes away the logical, like how am I going to frame my next move, right? If you don't take this move, like, okay, what's going to be the next? Are we not did we not maxed out the move already? But look how it's nicely going down. But yeah, and sometimes it's just good to watch, guys. Hey Richard, well done, well done, well done, well done. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, see ya. And you know where to find me. Ciao ciao.